How you doing, guys? Word association is a funny thing. In recent months, I think we all know a certain beer company is struggling just because of the name of their beer. Bars and restaurants are hurting right now because they're trying to comply with the new regulations, but none is hurting as bad as Chinese restaurants. As a matter of fact, the racial attacks against Chinese Americans also has increased when this situation is not their fault. With the self-quarantining, everybody's doing their best to comply. You see some towns complying very well. You see others not even paying much attention. I live in a tourist town, and right now it's spring break. While the town is doing their best with the social isolation for the time being, your spring breakers are going to town. If you go to the beach right now, you can't even be alone. The beaches are packed. So if there is a virus, they fully intend on spreading it. As a matter of fact, there's a little situation going on in Orlando, Florida right now, where groups of kids are going into grocery stores and coughing on the groceries. Real bright, guys. I mean, right now, everything is on a voluntary basis. But with idiots like this, what you're going to do is bring on the enforced isolation. Think, people. Is anybody a fan of either Raw or SmackDown? Now, anybody who knows Vince McMahon realizes this guy lives for the business. If this guy could work 8 days a week, he would. He bleeds for the sports entertainment business. He's been in the business since I believe it was 1971. And he works 25 hours a day out of a 24-hour day. But this is why he was able to crush out of existence 28 other wrestling companies over the years, and that includes Ted Turner and Time Warner. But even his company is complying. What I've seen recently, I have never seen before. This guy lives for the business. He will not quit. The word "I quit" never has crossed his lips. But he is still complying with the current regulations. Obviously, we know sporting events have been canceled. Large groups of people also is now a no-no. But he's even figured a way around this. Obviously, a company that attracts thousands of people, he is now putting on shows in empty arenas, if anybody has seen his recent broadcast. And anybody who knows the business realizes that the audience in attendance is part of the energy of the shows. I mean, the screaming fans, or the lack thereof, is quite noticeable, but these performers are now performing in empty arenas. This year's WrestleMania will continue, but it will be broadcast from their performance center, which means no people in attendance. Now, this is a company that still holds the indoor attendance record since 1987 of over 93,000 people will be performing this year's WrestleMania in front of nobody. The energy just isn't there, but like I said, they're going to go on with it. The only people I know of that are refusing to comply apparently are Jehovah's Witnesses. We all know Memorial season is coming up. And it looks to me that they are going to continue on with their memorial. And Watchtower, although they will distance themselves from Jehovah's Witnesses, are encouraging this. They use Acts 5:29. We must obey God as ruler rather than men. What the JWs aren't realizing, as a matter of fact, I brought this up a year ago, last year's memorial season. Yes, okay, if you feel the need to comply with the Christ command, do this in remembrance of me, what is to stop you from doing this at home? As a matter of fact, in recent years, many people are doing it from home. Why do you feel the need to do this in a kingdom hall? Why do you feel the need that you have to have elders overseeing this? The Christ never said that. He simply said, keep doing this in remembrance of me. He never said, keep doing this in remembrance of me, but it has to be at a kingdom hall. The reason why Watchtower is allowing Jehovah's Witnesses to do this is so that afterwards, if they bring the law down on them, they can say, see, you're being persecuted for your faith. When no, you're not complying with current regulations. Nobody's saying anything about your faith or memorializing the Christ's death. Nobody said anything about that. But it is quite possible for you to do it at home. JWs, wake up. You don't need it oversaw by elders who are no better than you. Don't let them blow smoke up your ass. It's not necessary to do it at a Kingdom Hall or a rental hall. Get away from the Watchtower grip. You can do this at home. Maybe now that you're away from the Kingdom Halls, maybe you'll wake up and start seeing through the smoke. Because they are lying to you. You do not need to go to that Kingdom Hall. But I just wanted to bring that up because I'm noticing that Watchtower is definitely going to push the persecution card, especially now with Toni Morris's comment. We've been waiting for this, which I really don't want to go into right now. He's a tit turd to begin with. But that's all I wanted to bring up, guys. But think about this. And don't let them blow smoke up your ass, guys. You can do this from home. You don't need the elders. You don't need the Kingdom Hall. And you definitely don't need Watchtower. Anyways, guys, that's just something I wanted to bring up. You guys have a good day. I will talk to you soon.